So hello guys, I am your Dinesh, and for the people who don't know me, let me tell you that my name is Dinesh and I am doing my second year engineering in MS Ramaya Institute of Technology in Bangalore. And I like that is polynomials, and which was the last chapter. It was pair of linear equations and two variable, right? This is your fourth chapter. That was your second and third chapter of your NCERT. We are starting quadratic equation now. So guys, when you hear the word quadratic equation, don't you feel it's quite familiar? Where have you read it before? You read it in polynomial chapter, right? Quadratic equation is any polynomial equation with degree 2. Getting it? I'll tell you guys. Let me give you an example of a quadratic equation. X square minus 1 is equal to 0 is a quadratic equation. And mind one thing guys, equal to sign is very important. Since it's equation means there should be a equal to sign in between two numbers or terms. Getting it? There should be a equal to sign, only then it will be called as a equation. And if the degree is 2, it's going to be called as quadratic, which means quadratic equation. In polynomial chapter we have read so many times about linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial, right? But in polynomial there is no condition that it should be equal to 0. Getting it? Even this is a polynomial. Getting it? But when x square minus 1 equal to 0, this becomes a quadratic equation because there is equal to sign, but here there is no equal to sign, right? This will be called as quadratic polynomial but not quadratic equation. Getting my point guys? Equation means there should be a equal to sign. Done. And the degree should be equal to the highest power in a equation. What is the degree? The highest power in a equation, right? For example, 2x square minus 3x plus 1. If you see here, there is x term here as well, there is x term here as well, but the degree of this x term, the highest degree in x term, in x variable, in this entire equation, okay, in this entire equation is 2, right? So the degree of this equation becomes quadratic, right? So the degree becomes 2, so it becomes a quadratic equation. So that's about quadratic equation guys. In this chapter you will be studying many things related to quadratic equation. How to find the roots of the quadratic equation. Roots means solution of the quadratic equation. So what is the solution of a quadratic equation? Even in polynomials you studied that, right? Solution means that value when we replace in the variable part of the equation will be getting equal to 0. Getting it guys? That will be our solution of a quadratic equation, and we'll be using a quadratic formula as well. That's also called as Sridharacharya formula. Getting it? That formula is going to, so, and then there'll be many questions which you have to solve using the quadratic formula. We'll be seeing all those in this video. Right guys, in your NCERT the first example which they gave as an introduction to quadratic equation is, they said there is a plot, okay, there is a garden or something, I guess. There is a garden whose length is 1 more than twice its breadth and its area is 300 meters square. Express them quadratically. Getting it guys? They are saying there is a garden, okay, there is a garden. If you see in your NCERT textbook, in the first page of the quadratic equation chapter itself, this example they have given. There is a garden whose length is 1 more than twice of its breadth. Getting it guys? They are saying if you consider a rectangular garden, if you consider the breadth as x meters, then length will become equal to twice plus 1 more than twice, which means 2x plus 1. This will become length. Getting it guys? This will become x, this will become 2x plus 1, and they are saying the area equal to 300 meters square. Now we have to express this mathematically, that is in the form of quadratic equation. So this area they gave as 300 meters square. So if you go and try to express it quadratically, how you get the area guys? You get the area by multiplying the length and the breadth. correct? So let's multiply the length and the breadth and equate it to the area. That time it will become like 2x plus 1. This is the length into breadth, correct, equal to 300. Right, now if we expand this, it becomes like 2x into x becomes 2x square, and 1 into x becomes plus x equal to 300. Now if I bring the x left hand side, it becomes 2x square plus x minus 300 equal to 0. Now if you observe this equation, guys, you will get to know that it's a quadratic equation because the degree of x is 2. Getting it? So it's a quadratic equation. This is the first introduction to the chapter quadratic equation, guys. There is nothing much introductory part in this chapter, so we'll straight get into the examples and start solving them. You will be getting by solving more and more examples, you will be having a hold on this chapter. You'll start understanding the concept, right? So that's it, guys. We'll go to an example now. You can take the screenshot now if you want. So guys, now let's go to the example 1 of this chapter, which says represent the following situations mathematically. John and Jivanti together have 45 marbles. Both of them lost 5 marbles each, and the product of the marbles and the product of the number of marbles they have now is 124. We would like to find how many marbles they had to start with. Okay guys, they are telling there are two friends, John and Jivanti. Together they had 45 marbles, which means it can be like John had 25 marbles and Jivanti had 20 marbles. So together if you add them, it should give you 45. Getting it, guys? It can also be like he can have 20 and she can have 25. It can also be like he has 15 and she has how much? 30. So the thing is, together they should have 45, but we don't know how much is this number. So we'll see, guys, we'll see it. So both of them lost 5 marbles. For example, if both lost 5 marbles, what it will happen? For example, if they are 15 and 30, if they both lose 5 marbles, it's going to become like 20 and 10 and 25. Getting it, guys? Now the product of the marbles they have now is 124. Getting it? We would like to find how many marbles they have to start with. Okay guys, let's go ahead and solve them. Okay, first let's write down the conditions and the assumptions. So first step is assumption step, right? So first let's assume that let the initial marbles which John had be equal to X marbles. Initial marbles John had equal to X marbles, and the initial marbles Jivanti had be 45 minus X. Why, guys? Because together they have 45, right? If one person has X, how much the other person is going to have? The remaining, what is remaining? If she has X, it's going to be 45 minus X, right? Getting it? So initial marbles Jivanti had equal to 45 minus X marbles. Getting it, guys? How 45 minus X? Since, for example, okay, we both have marbles, consider like that. So if I have, so together we have 45. If I have X, how much you will be having? 45 minus X, right? As simple as that. If I have 10, you will be having 35. That is 45 minus 10. I mean, for example, if I have 10 marbles and the total is 45, how much you will be having? 45 minus 10, which is in this case X. So it is 45 minus X, right? Now they are saying both of them lost 5 marbles each, and the product of the marbles they have now. Okay, this was initial. After losing 5 marbles each, that becomes the case of now. Getting it? Which means X minus 5 and 45 minus X minus 5, which means 40 minus X. Getting it, guys? Now they have lost 5 marbles each. This is now condition. This was initial condition. Getting it? This is now condition. Now what is the current condition? Both of them have lost 5 marbles each, so x minus 5. So John even lost 5 marbles, and Jivanti was having 45 minus x minus 5, that becomes 40 minus x. Getting it, guys? Now they have said they have used the word product of numbers of marbles. Okay, they have now is 124. Getting it, guys? How we are formulating it? So it's very easy actually. We would like to find how many marbles they had to start with. Okay guys, now we'll start expanding this. This becomes like 40x, and this becomes minus 5x minus 200 plus 25. Okay, we'll do one thing, guys. This actually 1 minute, guys, 1 minute. So we'll do like this: x minus 5, and this is 35, equal to 124. So this, if you multiply, it becomes 35x, right? Oh, am I doing it correct? Okay, there's a small mistake which I did. What is that mistake? Here I should have written 40 minus x, right? I have written 40 minus 5. See guys, a small mistake can change the entire answer. Right, now if I start multiplying them, it becomes like 40x, right? 40x minus x square minus 200 plus 5x. Getting it? After this, expanding the bracket, so this becomes like minus x square, 40x plus 5x becomes plus 45x, minus 200 minus 124 equal to 0, minus x square plus 45x minus 324 equal to 0. Now what I'll do is, I'll multiply the entire equation with minus, so that the minus term in the x square term, in this x square term, will get cancelled, because we don't want minus in the first term itself. So it will become like x square minus 45x plus 324 equal to 0. Getting it, guys? All the plus became minus and minus became plus. Okay, we have to solve this as well. Just a minute, guys, let me see that. Whether we have to solve this or leave it in here itself, in this step itself. In questions I have said that, okay, how many? Okay, which means we have to find value of x only, then we'll get it, right? Actually, guys, the thing is, here in the question they have said find out how many marbles they had to start with after getting this equation, right? So this equation is correct. Okay, so this equation is absolutely correct. Still here, even in NCERT they are given. But after this, to find the initial value of marbles they had, we have to solve this to find the value of x. Only then we'll get this initial values, right? But here in your NCERT textbook, they have not gone further, because they are assuming that you people don't know how to solve this quadratic equation. Once they teach you how to solve this, they may again ask you to find the solution. Getting it, guys? Still now we have learned only to formulate them. Getting it? Using the given conditions, we learned how to formulate them. We know how to formulate them, but we don't know how to solve them. So they have not given the solution, I guess. Okay guys, maybe in some other exercise or something they may end up asking this question to solve us. That time we'll solve this. Okay, so yeah, that happens in NCERT, right? In exercise they would have again given the reference to the example question from the example 7, solve it now, something like that, right? We always do that. So let's go ahead, guys. Still here it's fine. Now let's go to the next example. Now we can take the screenshot. I'll move aside. So now let's go to the second part of the first example, guys. They are saying a cottage industry produces a certain number of toys in a day. The cost of production of each toy was found to be 55 minus the number of toys produced in a day. On a particular occasion, the total cost of production was 750. We would like to find out how many number of toys produced on that day. Okay guys, so they're telling there's a cottage industry and it produces a certain number of toys every day, right? Cottage industry producing a toy, and then they're saying the cost of production of the toy is equal to 55 minus the total, 55 minus the number of toys produced on that particular day, and they are telling on a particular day the cost comes out to be 750 rupees. So what is the total cost, guys? Total production cost means what is it? The total number of toys multiplied by the individual prices gives us the total production cost, right? So that multiplication in the first example, if you see, that was in the introductory part of this this chapter, they are given the values of the length and the breadth of the rectangle, right, of the garden, and we multiplied the length and breadth. Here we are going to multiply the cost of each toy multiplied with the number of toy, only then you will get the total production cost, that is 750. We will be equating that to 750 and we will be solving this equation, guys. So first thing is we have to formulate the quadratic equation. To formulate the quadratic equation, the first step is the assumption step, right? In the assumption step, what we'll do, let the number of toys produced on particular day be equal to x. Produced on particular day be equal to x, and then they are telling the cost of each toy. Okay, the cost each toy is equal to 55 minus x, correct? 55 minus the number of toys produced. So the number of toy produced was x, so cost is 55 minus x. Done. Now they are telling on the particular day the cost of production was 750. So now let's multiply these two and equate it to 750, guys. So getting it, the number of toys multiplied by their individual prices gives us the total production cost. That's it, guys. This is the main equation. So this is x, right? Now let's start expanding this. This becomes like 55x minus x square equal to 750. Now let me take all the term in the LHS. It becomes like minus x square plus 55x minus 750 equal to 0. Now as I said you, the first term, x square term itself has minus sign, so we don't want the first term in the equation to have minus sign. So what we'll do, we'll multiply the entire equation with the minus sign. That time it becomes minus into minus plus x square minus 55x plus 750 equal to 0. This becomes your equation, guys. Just a minute, guys, let me check. I'm pretty sure it's correct, but still let me check whether we have to go further and try to find the value of x as well, or else we have to stop here itself. So even in this question it's happening the same, guys. They said us to find the number of toys produced on that day, right? To find that we have to find the value of x, right? Because x is the number of toys produced that day. But the thing is that we have not seen all the methods, I guess. I think in polynomials you didn't study, in last year you have studied this, right? Splitting the middle term and factorizing and getting the value of x. If you do that, you'll get the value of x, but in your example they have not done that, right? Just a minute, guys. Okay, guys, that's still here only they have done in your example as well, so we'll stop it here itself. We'll see further what will happen. Okay, so after this let's go to example 2, guys. Now I'll move aside, you can take the screenshot. Okay, guys, now in example 2 they are saying us check whether the following are quadratic equations. So they are given us 4 sub questions, guys. So what we have to do is we have to just expand them. Getting it? We have to just expand them and see if the highest degree in x is, that is of 2, whether it's a quadratic equation. If it's not a quadratic equation, you're going to say them that it's not a quadratic equation, and if it's a quadratic equation, you'll say yes, it's a quadratic equation. As simple as that, guys. So let's take each and every sub question one by one and let's analyze them whether it's a quadratic equation or not. So let's take the first, right? Now let's try to expand this. While expanding, what happens? If you expand this, it becomes a square. It is a minus b the whole square. So it is a square plus b square minus 2ab or ab. Okay guys, I'll do one thing, or else actually when I have forgotten the formula. It's been a long time I ever revised the expansion of formulas. I know a plus b the whole square, but okay guys. Now if you expand this, what this happens? This becomes like this, right? This becomes x square minus 2x plus 4 plus 1 equal to 2x minus 3. So if you bring all the other, all these terms towards LHS, it becomes x square minus 2x becomes minus 4x. Again from here one more minus 2x will come, so it becomes minus 6x in whole, and this will become plus, so this is 5 here, and this will become minus 3 will come this side and become plus 3. So 5 plus 3 becomes equal to plus 8 equal to 0. So this becomes your equation, final equation guys, after simplification. So what type of equation is this? This is a quadratic equation. So yes, it is a quadratic equation. You'll write the solution. Okay, now let's go to the second sub question. In second sub question, the equation they have given to us is x minus 1, right, and then plus 8 equal to x plus 2 into x minus 2. So let's start expanding them. This becomes x square minus x plus 8 equal to, this becomes x square minus 2x plus 2x and minus 4. Getting it? So this 2 will get cancelled, minus 2x and plus 2x will get cancelled, and let's bring the rest term towards LHS. So this x square will come here, so x square minus x square it will become, it will get cancelled off. Getting it guys? After that, what will be remaining? Remaining will be minus x plus 8 minus 4. When it comes to LHS, it becomes plus 4 equal to 0. It will become like minus x plus 12 equal to 0. This will be the remaining equation guys, correct? No, if you see in this equation, it's not a quadratic equation, it's a linear equation, because the power, the highest degree in this equation is just 1, which is linear, which means it's not a quadratic equation. Getting it guys? That's how we will be doing it. Now let's go to the third sub question. So third sub question is 2x plus 3 equal to x square plus 1. Now let me start expanding this. This becomes 2x square plus 3x equal to x square plus 1. Now I'll bring x square this side. It will become 2x square minus x square. So x square will be remaining plus 3x minus 1 equal to 0. So plus 1, when it comes here, it becomes minus 1. So hence it is a quadratic equation guys, because the highest power in this equation is 2. So it's a quadratic equation. Now let's go to the fourth sub question. Now fourth sub question is x plus 2 the whole cube equal to x cube minus 4. So what is a plus b the whole cube formula guys? It is a cube plus b cube plus 3a square b plus 3ba square. 3ab square. Correct? No. Just a minute guys. So it is a square plus b square plus 3a square b plus 3ab square. So if you start putting the value of x and 2 in place of a and b respectively, you will be getting like x cube plus 2 cube plus 3 x square 2 plus 3 x2 square. Getting it guys? How I got this? So I'll start expanding this. This becomes x cube plus 8 plus 3 into 2 is 6, 6 square. Okay, this becomes 6 square, and this also becomes, this becomes 6x square, 6x square, and this becomes like 4 into 3 is 12 plus 12x equal to x cube minus 4. Right guys? Now if I bring the x cube term towards LHS, it's going to become plus x cube minus x cube, so they are going to get cancelled. Right, so what is going to be remaining? Remaining is going to be 6x square plus 12x. When minus 4 comes this side, it becomes plus 4 plus 12 equal to 0. So if you see this equation, the highest degree in this equation is 2, which means it is a quadratic equation. That's it guys, that's what you have to do it. You have to simply open it up, that is simply you have to expand it, right? So that's it guys, that's pretty much. Just a minute guys. Okay, I got the formula now. So a minus b the whole square, a minus b the whole square is a square minus 2ab plus b square. Getting it guys? A minus b, oh, I had a small doubt, that's the thing. A minus b equal to a square plus b square minus 4ab, right? So if you put the values, you are going to get like this, or else you can do like this also. But here we put the what is that algebraic expression, because if you multiply this 3 times, it's going to become a bit complicated. Instead of that, this method is easy. Since here only two terms were there, right? It's square, right? So only 2 times. If it is cube, it's 3 times. So you can just expand it like this also. So that's it for this lecture guys. This was your first lecture of the chapter quadratic equation, right? In this lecture, we saw the introduction about quadratic equation. We solved few examples based upon quadratic equation. To be precise, we solved 2 examples, example 1 and example 2. Now further, let's go to in the next lecture we'll be going to the first exercise of this chapter. Until then, keep revising the concept guys. Before going to the exercise, make sure that you at least try to solve the exercise by yourself once before watching my lecture of exercise. And whichever question you're not able to do, that question you can watch in the lecture and get to know how to solve them. So that's it for now guys. Until then, bye.